We are back here with another Market Monday. It's time to make some stubs here in MLB The Show 22. If you're new to the series, this is the weekly series where we break down everything you need to do this week to make subs in MLB The Show 22. We got a lot happening this week, so let's dive into it and see what the week has in store for us to make some stubs. As we dive in, of course, if you enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe. That supports the channel in a massive way. Helps this video get out to see more people and supports me as a full-time creator. If you want to follow along with my no money spent grind, how I'm making stubs, ask any questions as well, feel free to hit me up on Twitch. The link to that down in the description below. Let's go ahead. Let's hop into the schedule on this one. So here is the schedule we are working with this week. It could get updated here by the time you're watching this video. This is going to be coming out before the Parallel Paradise event comes out, so we could see an updated schedule at that point. But we have that coming on Monday. Parallel Paradise event, build lineups with player rewards from the feature program plus live series cards. Gonna be new rewards. So this last event was only 1 weekend long. With this Parallel Paradise event, we will be able to use face of the franchise players, so we could see those cards slightly go up in price as people are buying those face of the franchise players to use in parallels for this Paradise event and to just help flesh out their usable squad. But with live series players being usable as well, probably just see a lot of people stick to using live series players where they have holes in their lineup. So I don't necessarily expect a massive change in the value of face of the franchise cards from this event. If anything, we could possibly get a face of the franchise pack within this event as well, allowing you to get another one of those face of franchise cards, as of course we can only get 12 of the 30 from the program itself. And of course, there we have our Tuesday content drop coming in with moments, conquest map, headliners, and then Jackie Robinson Day and tops now coming out on Friday. We'll talk a little bit more about those last 2 points as we get into the video. For now, let's take a look at the marketplace and see what we're working with right now. Overall, here in the marketplace, our live series 90+ cards, they've stabilized quite a bit. A couple of these a little bit lower than what I would expect. We could see those start to climb up now as people are obtaining more and more subs to then start putting in these 90+ guys. Overall, the collection cost has gone up about 300,000 stubs over the last 3 to 4 days. So we're definitely seeing the market rise across the board. Some of that can definitely be due to some of these random cards that are coming in that are super expensive, players going out and buying cards for the supercharged series. But overall, definitely seeing live series market trend upwards a little bit. Even if some are trending down here and there, we are seeing a nice positive trend upwards. So definitely as good a time as any to come in and be working on these collections, acquire these live series cards, get that knocked out of the way. Just don't be worrying about that as the year goes on. Even if it does go down in price long term, we are seeing it go up in price right now from about 1.9 million, I think at one point, to about 2.2, 2.3 million stubs as of earlier today. One thing I do want to talk about, these West prospects, AL and NL West prospects that we were buying up last week, guys like Ryan Nelson, Luis Matos, they have not quite rebounded yet. Emerson Hancock, players of this nature, James Wood, etc., the list goes on. They haven't quite rebounded yet. I still do expect them to rebound. We can see their price has stabilized at this point. We see some very slight rebounding finally happening on those. A lot of people grinding out that conquest map over the weekend to get these free packs. You can see a guy like Ryan Nelson. We see that very slight balance out and that very slight uptick. So that uptrend is starting. Took a little bit longer than I would have expected, but it is starting. Take a look at a guy on the trend lines of Luis Matos. It is very slightly moving its way up. We should see that continue over the next couple days. Don't envision us getting any more West prospect packs in the near future. And in terms of long-term viability, it's only a matter of time before this prospect collection gets expanded past Adley or possible vouchers, other top prospects, things of that nature. So still holding these guys for now. We got a guy like James Wood here, slight rebound. Drew Romo from the Rockies. We see some slight rebound there. I'm still holding about 5 to 10 of most of the AL West guys. The AL West guys I offloaded for about a couple hundred stubs each. You definitely can sell. I would not sell for a loss. A guy like Ezekiel Duran in here, he's still working his way down. Should start to see a bounce back now, get him more in line with some of these other guys. I definitely would not sell these for a loss. They should start trending up, especially when we consider the conquest map coming in on Tuesday. Our big investment play for this week. We're back in on the prospects again, even though these have not rebounded quite like we wanted to yet. Conquest map for the Central is going to be coming out on Tuesday. Likely that we get 2 gold prospect packs in that as well. So our players such as MJ Melendez, Tyler Freeman, Jose Miranda that are sitting at 3,200 subs and 2,700 subs. MJ Melendez is at 2,800. Tyler Freeman is at 2,800. These are all around 2,800 subs a piece right now for our central prospects. That's pretty much in line with our other 84s outside of our west prospects. Also going to be looking at Sal Frelick here, Nick Gonzalez, especially these 84s. We do want to keep an eye on those. But again, that central conquest map is going to drop. A player is going to be obtaining those 2 gold conquest prospect packs. I assume that will be in there. Again, it's all assumption. We don't know for sure, but I assume that will be in there. All of a sudden, these 84s get down to 1,500 subs. And remember, again, this year, with the changes to quick sell values, 1,500 subs for an 84 is a quick sell value. That is our base level. If we are getting these cards for 1,500 subs a piece, that is a risk-free investment. We are risking absolutely nothing if they never recover at all. We can quick sell them back for 1,500 subs. If we move on down to our 83s, guys like Dylan Dingler, maybe even Joshua Baez here, those are going to quick sell for 1,200 stubs. So keep that in mind. If you're investing in the 83 prospects come Tuesday, pick those up at 1,200. If we're looking at our 84 overall prospects, we can be looking at 1,500 stubs for those. And again, expect them to probably rebound back into that 2,500 or so range. Again, we haven't seen that with the West prospects yet, but I do expect that to happen over time. If it ends up being a bit of a longer play, we know that these prospect golds hold their value pretty well. They're going to be used in further collections down the line. We know from 21, those cards held around 3,000 subs for about the entirety of the game cycle. Obviously, fluctuations here and there like we're having now. One thing to consider as well, with these West prospects, honestly, maybe not a bad idea to pick up some more of these if you can get them at quick sell. A bit of a thought behind that is, hear me out on this one. Central map drop, you're getting a couple more gold prospects, and the cost of those gold prospects is dropping. Now, all of a sudden, a player like Adley Rutschman is now much more obtainable. His price has dropped down. Therefore, players are going to come in and possibly be willing to buy a few more gold prospects that they don't already have to unlock a player like Adley Rutschman. Instead of buying a Matthew Allen for 2,700 subs, you would buy a Max Muncy for 1,200 subs if we're looking to collect that Adley card. Therefore, with the price of these central prospects dropping on Tuesday, as we would expect, we could see the West even get a stronger bounce back as people are coming in and buying those now to utilize to collect towards Adley. Just a thought, some speculation on my part. Again, I'm still holding quite a bit of these AL West prospects. Still fully believe in their ability to rebound. I got mine around 1,400 subs a piece, so most of these I could break back even on, but I'll keep holding for now. I think over the next couple days, we finally start to see those trickle up in a nice way. Another thing I want to touch on real quickly on the marketplace, these face of the franchise cards. Outside of the AL West and the NL East, it looks like most of these cards down around 15,000 subs a piece. Quick sell for these is 8,000, so some more room to drop. So something to keep in mind through as we continue to get more and more XP. That conquest map on Tuesday gonna be about 30,000 XP. We could see these drop even more. If you have an AL West card, maybe not the worst idea to sell. You can buy back a guy like Corey Seager at 15K, even less possibly. Some of these could even be dropping even lower. Definitely something to consider on that front. These prices are definitely nearing the floor for a lot of these face of the franchise, but maybe not quite there yet. It's still a good chunk of XP to come, and possibly even again, they come out on Monday. By the time you're watching this, if they have face of the franchise packs in that event reward path, definitely see these dropping even more on top of that. So a lot of talk about these being hard to obtain. Definitely seeing a lot of people start to obtain those now, and they're becoming really affordable on the marketplace as well. Want to talk real quick about this Jackie Robinson program and Topps now as well. Jackie Robinson program, new player program on Jackie Robinson Day. We would assume that we're going to be getting a Jackie Robinson for that. And so with that assumption, we don't necessarily know how player programs are going to work here in MLB The Show 22. We've only had those City Connect programs so far, but in previous player programs, you would be able to exchange players from a team that person has played for, that positions. And now with player XP missions, we can see that being utilized as well. We saw that a lot, right? If we come in here to our programs, we go to our other programs, we go to the Nat City Connect, we had to both exchange nationals and NLEs players, but really exchange nationals. But more importantly, we had to get player XP with nationals players. And with that, we saw the price of Nats players absolutely skyrocket through the roof I'm going to pull them up real quick here in the marketplace. Go to my inventory. Tap on over here to the Nats very, very quickly. And we can see Steven Strasburg, 6,600 subs. Take a look at the marketplace trend. You can see when the Nats program dropped, people were buying him to get player XP and for the exchanges. I got like Nelson Cruz, 3,500 stubs. It's a pretty common trend here with our Nats players. We needed all those for player XP, so their price shot up through the air. And of course, people were going through and doing some exchanges as well. So if we're getting a Jackie Robinson player program, is it possible that we're going to have to collect, maybe even exchange Dodgers or second baseman? Definitely a possibility there. Also possibly gain player XP with second baseman or Los Angeles Dodgers players. Definitely see that being a possibility. If that is the case, probably not going to be people targeting the diamonds to get player XP with, but a guy like Will Smith, maybe Craig Kimbrell, a real quick guy to get player XP with, Cody Bellinger, Justin Turner, Julio Urias, Blake Trinan, Chris Taylor, Dustin May, players of that nature. If there are a Dodgers player XP mission needed for that Jackie program, take a look at your Dodgers players. May not be a bad idea to stock up on some of those. Bit of a risk involved. We don't know what it looks like, but it could pay out in a massive way if you play it properly. Overall, we'll definitely know a lot more about these player programs after we get this new player program on Jackie Robinson Day. And then that last bullet point there, Top Style players arrive with a Legend Lightning player reveal. You don't know what that Legend Lightning player reveal is. In my mind, that is going to represent a legend player who's going to get a Lightning Player of the Month card for a historic year. First name that comes to my mind, did a little bit of research on historic April seasons. Tony Perez in the month of April for 1980. Hit 455 with 10 home runs, something of that nature. That could be a really cool card and a cool concept to pair with our Lightning players. Not really anything that's going to affect the market because that's just a reveal, but Topps Now is coming out. So we're getting our first look at Topps Now for MLB The Show 22. If you remember from MLB The Show 21, Topps Now was some of the best flipping available in the game, some of the best margins, some of the quickest flips, some of the biggest volume you could get. Topps Now was a flipper's paradise to pair with all the other stuff we've been doing flipping wise. So definitely keep your eye on the market come Friday with Topps Now. If the margins are there, go out, attack them, and make some stubs on that front. Definitely a huge potential there. Not gonna lie, a banger of a market Monday today. We had a lot to go over. We had a lot of content coming out this week and a lot of opportunities to make stubs. As always, you have any questions, hit me up down in the comment section below. Overall, we're going to be ready to capitalize on that conquest map come Tuesday. Hopefully, we're going to be selling off our West prospects by them, and we see those climb up ever so slightly. If not, we can get our subs back based off the current prices of those. No harm, no foul at the end of the day, but they're going to go up long term, no doubt about that. We keep our eyes on Friday's content as well. Be prepared to juke and jive as the market moves. As always, you enjoyed this video, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe. The road to 25K is so close. So if you enjoy the videos, you enjoy the content, definitely be sure to subscribe. And if you've come this far and you want early access to videos just like this, so you can capitalize on the market before anybody else, consider becoming a Stub Squad member by pressing the join button right beside the subscribe button down below. Stub Squad level 2 and higher get early access to videos just like this, and every Stub Squad member get exclusive access to our stub making rooms in Discord, where we're always talking about the best ways to stay on top of the market, sharing the collective minds of the entire community to make sure you're always rolling in stubs from day one. Until next time though, I'll catch y'all around.